Hello and welcome to this video. We have 4 options here and we're going to be looking at how someone who you have in mind, so go ahead and set your intention, how does this person view you? And the first portion of the reading is going to be just how someone generally views you. And if you have someone in mind and you want to know, in addition to that, how they're viewing you in a romantic sense, what their level of attraction is, what they find romantically attractive about you, that will be the second part of the reading. So you can ask this whether it's someone completely platonic or whether it's someone you have that you just want to see what their romantic opinions of you are. So go ahead and get your head straight about what your own specific intentions are and who you want to watch this for. We've got 4 options, which I've numbered here. Number 1 is this pink cookie. Number 2 is this white powdered cookie. Number 3 is this cookie with sprinkles. And number 4 is the green cookie. And you can just use the timestamps below. And whenever you've decided which reading or readings you feel drawn to, use those timestamps in the description box, and I'll see you at your reading. Welcome to everybody who chose option number 1, the pink cookie. So like I said in the intro, we're going to start out with the general thoughts and how they see you. And then later on we have these cards over here that are going to deal with specifically any romantic feelings they might have. And if this is someone who you know that they don't have romantic feelings, or you're just not even interested in thinking about that, then of course you don't have to watch that part of the reading. All right, so we have the 9 of Swords. Oh my. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and the Page of Cups. And it's interesting, and then the Death card. Even before I started, when I pushed start on my camera here, I was getting the feeling that this person views you as someone who has a strong life purpose, but that you're still trying to kind of refine that, or maybe there are obstacles or setbacks, or you yourself might be a little bit confused. It's like you know that you're here to do something, that this is a significant lifetime and you want to make an impact. You feel this sense of purpose and calling, but there's something that's sort of blocking it. It could be your own confusion, it could be circumstances, but I was getting that even before I started. I feel like these cards really, honestly, I almost forgot about that, and then I pulled out these cards and it reminded me, because they're viewing you as really, like this woman, it's like she wants to cross this bridge. I feel like you have an idea of somewhere that you want to get in life, something that you want to do, but it's causing you a lot of emotional turmoil right now, a lot of sadness, maybe a lot of anxiety, overthinking. I feel that whatever it is that you want to accomplish with your life, it's something that comes from love, and it's almost like it comes from this place of childhood innocence. And you're a very pure soul. You're very pure, but the world is not pure. And with the Death card, I feel like it's just been very difficult for you being in this world that is so harsh, so cruel. I think part of your calling might be to do something about that and to make it a gentler, more peaceful, more loving world. But the fact that it's so opposite from that, obviously that's what drives you towards this purpose in a sense, but it also emotionally bogs you down because it's so different from what you know how things could be, I feel. And yeah, just like I would say, like someone who's very emotionally sensitive just in general, things hit you deeply. I also sense with you guys like a very strong sense of empathy. And again, that's probably what drives this sense of purpose. Okay, we also have Scholar and Conversation. So you're probably very philosophical. You keep on top of my cat Coco wants to join the reading. I don't know if you can hear her meowing. But you're very intelligent, and you are very well read. You can you learn things. You can be like an independent scholar maybe as well as an academic scholar. I feel like people enjoy conversing with you, or people see you as someone who has a lot to share because of how philosophical and scholarly you are. Like everyone you see in this crowd, it says conversation, but really everyone is just sitting and listening to her. And she's wearing this pink dress, which again, it just comes through as like very loving and innocent. That's the type of energy you convey. People can sense in you that you have this innocence and sweetness and purity, and that you want to share it with everyone, you know? I think that you do draw people to you who are just sort of in awe, and then you draw people to you. I'm drawn to this woman in the blue dress, people who really connect even more strongly with your vision and want to, it's like it, maybe it makes people sometimes think about things in a new way, and it also inspires them. I feel like maybe you're a catalyst. That may not be your reason for doing this. You're doing this from, you know, this purity and love, but it is sort of like a catalyst for other people's maybe philosophical perspective. And I think it makes other people want to also make change in the world. I also feel like some people just want to be friends with you. Because they love the way they just view you as someone who would be a really good friend, because you're like a friend to everyone in the sense that you want to make the world a better place. I don't know if that's even really what's on your mind, but some people view you that way. Like, wow, I bet she or he is just like a really excellent friend. And certainly there's no end to what you have to talk about, because it seems like you have knowledge about a lot of different things. Okay, we also have the Ace of Coins and Justice. So I feel like you come across a little bit stoic at sometimes. Both of these people have sort of a stoic face. Yeah, you can be very pure and sweet, but in other instances, you come across as very formidable. Like this is not someone to mess with. And part of it here with the Justice card is like, you might be speaking some harsh truths, and people are like, yeah, I mean, that's not easy to hear, but like, they're right, you know? It's like you're bringing sometimes some very tough love, and you're like, listen, I'm not going to put up with nonsense. People can tell this about you. It's like, try to mess with me. Try to mess with my vision. It won't happen. It won't work. So yeah, people are also see you as very formidable, but they also see that it comes from this altruism. Okay, we have warning and superficial. Okay, also protected. Your generosity is inspiring. I admire your determination. I'm really glad to have your advice when I need it. Thank you. Yeah, maybe you, gosh, with all of this, with protected and the Justice card here, I think that whether you're masculine or not, whether you're male or however you view your gender, whatever your gender identity happens to be, I feel like you have a sort of very masculine, protective sort of quality to you, and also like this fearlessness. And obviously feminines can be that, but it's just when I'm getting a lot of sort of more masculine energy. But people feel like you're out to protect them. They do feel like sometimes you will warn them of things, and they understand that although it might come across as sort of tough love or harsh truths, they see that, you know, you're sounding the warning for a reason. You know, you're letting people know of these dangers ahead of them for a reason. One thing might be with the superficial card, maybe you try to get people to see, it's important not to be so focused on the superficial qualities of life. It's important to maybe look beneath the surface. And I think you're trying to tell people you'll be safer if you start to question things and if you don't just kind of accept the surface level. So some people, you probably are thinking of a specific person when you're watching this, but this specific person feels that your ability to do all of this that we've just described, they view that as a sort of a generosity, and you inspire other people. We saw that too with the conversation card, that you're inspiring other people. You're generous with your insights, I think. You're generous with your knowledge, your insights, and I feel with your courage. And also people, or this particular person sees you as very determined, again, like from the beginning, like it's a purpose. You have this strong sense of purpose and you're very determined to see this through. And then I'm really glad to have your advice when I need it. Thank you. And thank you is the largest text here. Like that's really strong. People are very grateful that you tell them things that both inspire them and also help to protect them, that you have this interest in protecting people and also maybe giving them a certain kind of knowledge that helps them to protect themselves. Okay, I'm going to also pull from this little batch of stickers here. Okay, girl gang. Okay. So you could be a very strong feminist. No, I said before I got a lot of masculine energy, so you might be a male feminist, or you might be a woman or someone who's woman identified who just has like a lot of masculine energy. Too fab for you. Yes, some people might think that you're a little bit out of their league, or this person might think that you're a little bit out of their league. And also cool. So I think in general with too fab for you and cool, you do seem like a very cool person. Some people might think that you might have like a group of friends and it's very insulated and they're not sure if they can break through and enter that group of friends that you have. But also cool. And then this is a cassette tape. So maybe you are someone who has, they might think that you have good taste in music. Let's see. Okay, and also the pink star. Again, the color pink keeps coming up. So to me, that's like compassion, innocence, purity. This is like, I'm associating this with like Kuan Yin energy. And although this is you're very formidable, which a lot of this doesn't sound like Kuan Yin, but the pink energy that's coming through, I think the driving force of it is that you are someone with a lot of compassion. You are someone who sees the importance of forgiveness and being merciful, but you're not afraid to stand up against injustice, I feel. You might be merciful or see the importance of being merciful towards those who've done wrong, but not without being stern as well, something like that. But I feel like overall, like love is really your guiding force in life. So that's what I'm getting for those of you just platonically, but with this person in mind, or you might have a different person in mind now, we can go ahead and see more about their romantic feelings. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the stickers just because it'll be easier for me when I'm putting things away. Okay, so the first energy here is release your ex. So this person that you're thinking of, they really want you to get over someone from your past, I feel like. They feel like you haven't totally cleared your energy, that you're still thinking about someone from the past, and they feel that that is an obstacle for the two of you. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So they're feeling like you have really high standards, and then I got spooked. I think that this person is, they have been scared off from maybe pursuing something with you, or maybe the two of you even broke up because of this. They may have gotten spooked because you had high standards, and or because they started to feel like, well, you're not really over someone from the past, so I don't know if there's there's room for me to be here. Let's see what else we have. We've got Mars and Aquarius in the 11th house. Wow. Yeah, very humanitarian. Oh my gosh. Energize your vision for humanity's sake. Wow. That part of the reason this person is attracted to you is all of the stuff we talked about before. This strong sense of life purpose that you have. You know, Mars shows you, again, with that masculine energy of like really wanting to confront some issue that is facing the collective, that's facing the world, that we all are sharing in globally. Force yourself to use an unconventional way and do it for the future. Confront what's new and different about your hopes and wishes. You have these huge hopes and wishes for the world, and you really want to push that through. This person is very attracted to that. Let's turn it around and look at all the combinations. The drive for genius. Again, you're seen as very intelligent and someone who can educate yourself also. The drive for genius to experiment with freedom. The confronting of the discoveries of associations. Yeah, so you might even be someone who wants to confront certain organizations that exist in the world and question those. Because Aquarian energy, a lot of times we think of the age of Aquarius as being all like hippy-dippy, lovey-dovey stuff, but, you know, 11th house and Aquarian groups and associations, it can be any group of people who have a shared goal or a shared vision that will affect the whole. And you might be questioning certain groups and associations. This could be even governments or anything like that. You could be questioning governments. Action resulting from the eccentricity of your circle of friends. Yeah, so we got that girl gang thing before, so just in general, I think overall you're seen as someone who likes to associate with like-minded people. You're trying to find your tribe or you have found your tribe, and relating to people in groups who share this vision of some sort of change that you want to make in the world to bring it into a more loving place. That's a driving force for you. This person is very interested in that. This might even be how you know each other. Ishtar, boundaries, yes. It's kind of what we picked up before with that Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. You have very firm boundaries, and I think people just inherently know they should not try to push those boundaries. Strength and resilience. Yes, you are seen as someone who is a very magnetic and powerful force. You are a force for change. And then we have count your blessings. So in addition to all of this, again, this goes back, you have this interesting mix, I feel, of strength, but also this sort of like softness and sweetness of, you know, forgiveness and compassion. And here we have gratitude. So this person views that maybe part of your power is your ability to be expressing gratitude. All right, so let's ask a little bit more about this person's level of romantic attraction to you, and we'll see what they have to say to you. Oh my God. Well, the lovers just wanted to flop right out. So obviously they're like as attracted as a person can get. They're as into you as a person could possibly be. And I feel like it is this loving, you know, we have this loving clasping of hands. Both of these people are looking at the same fire. So again, the fire, this passion that's within you about what you want to do with your life, that's something that they have. So again, I do feel like this is a shared interest that helps to bring you together and kind of ignites the love that you do have for each other. And then with the Page of Wands, you know, it just shows that there's passion there. You know, there's physical attraction, sexual attraction as well. I feel like, though, always when I see this card in this particular deck, it feels like a parting of ways, that either And we kind of got this with these initial cards too, that they got spooked or whatever. There might be something that keeps the two of you apart. Maybe you live in different places, or you've just needed to part ways for some reason. I think that if you are having some sort of time apart or distance, geographical or otherwise, I think it's allowing you to really see more clearly what you want out of this connection or just out of life in general. For this person, though, I feel like they're very hopeful that you'll come around to seeing that they have something to offer you. That's what they're hoping. But it's strange because I feel like maybe in the past you were the one trying to show them that you had something to offer, and maybe they were blocked off or something like that, and now they're more ready themselves or something like that, or it could be vice versa. So anyway, that seems like there are sort of issues, a variety of issues that might be kind of holding this up from really proceeding very much. Let's see, what does this person want to say to you? I've been waiting to be able to offer you something. I've been preparing myself to be able to offer something. I feel that you have a lot going on in your life, though, and I want to give you stability, because it seems like although you have a lot going on, that maybe you don't really have a lot of stability. I think that I can give you greater stability so that you can have a more serene and secure life, and that will allow you to really focus on this beautiful, loving vision that you have. The second time the Page of Cups has come up. And I think that, you know, we can both help to balance out each other's lives. I feel like you are like a guiding lantern to me. You don't realize how much of a support you are to me, but there are ways that I can also support you. And I want to be able to do that. All right, let me reignite my incense here, and then I'm going to get you a final fortune cookie message. Okay, if you're watching on headphones, when I open this fortune cookie, it could be a little bit loud. So just a warning. I'm going to do some magic. I did hear this for myself the other day. Okay, allow us to get the perfect message. Give us the exact perfect message that this person needs. Something that they can't misunderstand. I did this for myself the other day, and it was like, it was so spot on. All right. And all for love and nothing for reward. And all for love and nothing for reward. The learned Chinese word on the back is horse. I feel like this person, they just want to love you. They don't even need to get anything in return for it. They want to be so giving to you because they already feel that you've given them so much, maybe without even realizing the degree to which you were. It also makes me think of that Three Musketeers, all for one and one for all, which again is very sort of Aquarian, and all for love and nothing for reward. I think also this is how they see you. I mean, this is the overall message here. What you're doing is for love. You're not out for self-interest. And that's how they want to be with you. Horse, again, yeah, it's sort of free-spirited. It's the spirit of freedom. This person doesn't want to rein you in or inhibit you. They want to give you security so that you have greater freedom, so that maybe you don't have to worry about certain things so much. So that's what I have. I really hope that you all enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Right, hi to everyone who chose option number 2, this powdered cookie. We are going to look first at just the overall view of how this person sees you, and if it's someone that you also want to know if they have what their romantic feelings are, we'll look at that later on. Okay, but before we even start, I'll go ahead and start laying out these cards, but I was getting the feeling like you are viewed as an artistic person, and I feel like in particular someone who makes art that is useful or practical in some way. I was looking at, I have a lantern in this room, a lamp rather, that was that my sister made out of stained glass. She made it herself. So I was just thinking of something like that. So it could be pottery, or even you might be a chef or something, like some sort of art form that has a practical use in addition to just being beautiful or being some sort of self-expression. It's also useful. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups, the Hanged One, Everything is Fine, and the Lovers. I feel like also this person views you as someone who makes sacrifices for your relationships when you're in a relationship, or this could even be when you have a strong friendship with someone. You're willing to make sacrifices for that. Maybe sometimes even to your own detriment. This person is viewing you as someone who's more than happy to make these sacrifices. And you probably yourself don't even question it too much or see the degree to which it's actually maybe self-destructive in a way. But this person is saying, yeah, you're very emotionally generous, or generous in other ways. You'll definitely put yourself out for your partner or your close friends or whoever. But I think this person is thinking like, maybe you shouldn't do that so much. Maybe you're like giving a little bit too much. Let's see what else we get here. Okay, we get Friend and Priest. So they might be primarily viewing you as a friend. I would say also they, or someone who would be a good friend. If it is someone who has romantic feelings for you, this would be like friendship would be the basis of it. And of course, later on, we'll look at that more clearly. And then with Priest, they might see that you're someone who has a lot of knowledge about religion and or spirituality, someone who might even have some sort of spiritual or religious leadership position. But at the very least, I feel like, because they're holding this book here, I feel like it's something you study or something that you try to learn about. And that might also be part of what draws them to you. Also, the Hanged One here can be someone who feels like it's important to be connected to some sort of spiritual or religious thought. So you might learn, or you might obtain your spiritual beliefs through more orthodox methods, like reading religious text, but also maybe some of it just comes to you through contemplation as well, or through meditation. So they might view you as someone who you're connected to your spiritual truth in multiple ways. Okay, so you might have, like with the Hanged One, you might even have a little bit of an unusual take on certain spiritual or religious topics. Okay, Queen of Wands, and then Five of Cups. I feel like you're really attractive. You attract a lot of people. But again, this person is viewing this as something that's, in a way, it's a burden to you, because a lot of the people that are attracted to you, I feel like this person feels like a lot of the people who are attracted to you kind of take advantage of you. And maybe they want to align themselves with you for the wrong reasons. I kind of even feel like it like genuinely makes this person sad. So I feel like whoever you're watching this for, this really is a true friend, and they might be right or they might be wrong, but I feel like they themselves are very aware of the fact that you're someone who people take advantage of, or who people who just align themselves to you for their own self-interest. But yeah, again, with the Queen of Wands and the Priest, there's some sort of strong philosophical or spiritual belief system that you it's a prominent part of your life. And you might even be, like I said, you're probably seen as someone who can kind of share these insights with other people. Okay, and we have manipulation. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like people see you as someone who other people try to manipulate. I get a lot of orange energy for you. I feel like you're this pumpkin here, and then there are people coming to you that are like this more kind of sinister. This seems sort of devilish to me, even though that's not what it is. But yeah, I feel like people see you as, this reminds me of the pumpkin in Cinderella that turns into a carriage. Like people see you as a means to their own ends, a way to travel from where they are to where they want to be, literally or metaphorically. People want to ride on your coattails or something like that. But they feel like people are manipulating you in order to do that, invading. I actually feel like maybe this person feels that they're very curious about what's going on in your life, and they might even feel sometimes, well, like, you know, maybe I'm crossing boundaries by paying so much attention to this. Maybe it's really none of my business. Sensitivity, you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Again, I just think this goes back to the fact that this person feels like maybe you need to reevaluate the types of people you let into your life, because these people aren't really always being very kind to you. I feel like you understand me, and I really appreciate that. So this person feels very understood by you. I will always treasure the times we've had together. I trust you with my life. Yeah, so they definitely don't think that you're a manipulative person, but they do feel like you attract that from other people. All right, I'm going to also get some of these stickers. Let's see which stickers want to come out. Okay, no rules. You might be someone who, you know, you like to set your own rules. You don't like to do things the same old way. You could be a bit anti-authoritarian. Okay, stay strong. Yeah, you're a very strong individual. I think that's also a message from this person. They might see with the sensitivity card that you're going through something that is probably hard for you because you're a sensitive person, and they want you to stay strong. And then we have this little mermaid, and to me it looks like she's doing some sort of dance. And so I feel like maybe also you're someone who, or they see you as someone who likes to use some sort of physical movement, perhaps to connect to your emotions or connect to your spirituality. So dance or some other physical movement. So that's what I'm getting for general, but let's get into their romantic feelings for you as well. If you want to stick around for that, I'm just going to put the stickers away because that'll be easier for me when I put all these cards away. Let's see. So reconciliation. So I feel like, you know, this is someone who maybe the two of you have had some sort of argument or falling out, and this person wants to smooth it over. They want to come back into your life. Yeah, I mean, is it possible to forgive and forget? So I feel like they want your forgiveness. They hope that the two of you can sort of clean the slate and start fresh. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. So I feel like this person is doing a lot of inner seeking, really thinking a lot, maybe not just about this connection, but also doing a lot of thinking maybe about what they just want in life and how that relates to the two of you. Let's see, we've got Neptune. Again, a lot of sensitivity. Neptune in Sagittarius in the 6th house. Yeah, so I feel like, again, very strong religious and or spiritual beliefs here. The idealization of insights to understand service to others. So I feel like they view you as someone who is doing, again, with the sixth house. At the beginning I said maybe you're involved in some sort of art that has a practical use. The sixth house, again, has to do with practicality, being of service in some way. So they feel that you're someone who, and Neptune can be about artistic things. Yeah, so again, a strong message of that. Maybe your art and spirituality combine in a way as well that is meant to be put to use to serve other people. Confusion regarding the wisdom of what is good for us. So maybe you're not always sure what's good for this relationship. Maybe this person isn't always sure what's the best for this relationship. Sacrifice resulting from the understanding of your work. So we did see with the Hanged One at the beginning as well, you're a very self-sacrificing person, and you view that as maybe part of what your work involves. And again, even in relationships. Okay, let's turn it around. I want to see all of these. Inspire others with your highest ideals as a full-time job. Yeah, so you have some sort of job that is inspiring in some way, and it connects to your artistic ideals or your spiritual or religious ideals, and maybe you're able to make a living from this. Be prepared to sacrifice for the rules of serving. Okay, so yeah, part of maybe your life's purpose requires you being someone who sacrifices in order to help others in some way. Yielding is the only way to get it out to the world and do it a little at a time. So I feel like maybe, again, with this relationship or this connection, this person might feel that if the two of you have had to sort of pause in certain moments, that was necessary to maybe create a little bit more stability between the two of you. Aw, Lakshmi. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. I feel like this is partly this person's message to you, or it could be Spirit's message to both of you. Like, don't worry about this connection. Everything will turn out well with this romantic connection. You are protected. Yeah, I feel like even God or your angels, your spirit guides, I feel like they're trying to protect this connection. Wow, inspiration and courage. That has a lot to do with what we've already seen. I feel like this person is very inspired by you. They see you as someone who's very courageous. Your ability to be self-sacrificing, although sometimes they feel like maybe it's to your detriment, they also view it as something that's very inspirational to them. Okay, let me see. Let's also just use some tarot to see, what's their level of attraction to you currently. Spirit, how would you best describe this person's romantic attraction? Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. So this person might, either they're trying not to think about this connection right now because when they do think too much about it, it is worrisome to them, or they feel that there are a lot of limitations. There could be a little bit of both. And then we have the Nine of Cups. I mean, I feel like they view you as someone who would make them very happy. Again, Eight of Pentacles. There might be something about what you do for a living that would make it difficult here, but they do feel like they could have a lot of happiness for you. You might be someone who is married to your work, or something about what you do for a living would has to be considered. It has to be taken into consideration here. They really view you as a high value romantic partner, like a eligible bachelor, eligible bachelorette. Someone who a lot of people, you would be highly sought after. You would be a real catch, in other words. I think I just feel like this person is trying not to think about this too much right now, because it's caused them a lot of anxiety when they've thought about it too much. I think when they think about you too much, it just causes too much worry. They're not if they're thinking about you too much, it takes them away from this sense of calm. It takes them away from their sense of being able to trust that there is a bright future. Let's see what this person would say to you from the bottom of their heart. What would they say? I do see a future with you. In fact, my intuition tells me that most likely we will have a happy future together. And I want to be able to have more emotional intimacy, more happy times. And I also want you to be able to see me in the bedroom. I want to be able to have those times with you, and I think about that. I feel like I imagine romantic moments between us. I imagine romantic gestures that we might make towards each other when we are able to reunite, or when we're able to progress this. I feel overall very optimistic about our future. I feel like we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. There have been some interesting experiences that we've shared together and that we've shared apart. And we really need to talk about those things. It's not just about our connection, but there are other things that we've both been through. And I think it will be nice to be able to have conversations about those and share more with each other about all that we've been through. Life has brought us together in such an unusual way. It feels like it must be the divine plan. This person is saying, I see you as a strong leader of this relationship, or it could be, I want to be the strong leader of this relationship. I think that both of us have been through some experiences that have been very devastating. And again, it will just be nice to be able to let all of that out and really just talk it out. I think that will help us to move forward towards the bright future that I do see us having. Yeah, I feel very optimistic and excited about our future together. And especially I feel excited about our opportunity to have conversations. That's very important to me. All right, so I'm going to get, for those of you on headphones, I'm going to do a fortune cookie, and it could be a little bit loud when I open it. Okay, I had to pause to restart my incense because I'm going to do some magic with this fortune cookie. Okay, give us the exact message, the exact, profound, necessary insight that this person needs right now, the viewer. What do they need to hear? What's the most insightful thing that you could tell them? If a man has common sense, he has all the sense there is. So I would say, like, right now is a time to just take a very common sense approach to your life. Common sense approach to this relationship. Okay, we also have July. So it could be that your common sense is already telling you that there's something that you need to do in July or by July. Something happening in July, and it would just be your common sense to do that thing. So I would feel like this is probably something that you already know, that July would be a good time to do something. So I feel like your guides are saying, follow your instincts. It makes a lot of sense. You don't really have to overthink it. Okay. All right. So I hope that that is helpful to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Welcome to everyone who chose number 3, the cookie with the sprinkles. We will start out by seeing how you are viewed just generally overall. And for those of you who want to know how they view you romantically, we'll look at that next with this pile over here. But let's just start out with the overall. I feel like you're a very positive person. We get the Two of Wands, the Sun, the Temperance, lots of fiery energy. I imagine you probably have a lot of fire sign energy in your astrological chart. Maybe also a prominent sun, so a sun that's conjunct an angle, or your north or south node, or sun that's conjunct Venus or Mars or some other personal planet. What I'm getting, first of all, this person sees you as someone who knows what you want out of life, and you're willing to do what it takes to make it happen. I think in particular, you might be someone who has traveled a lot, and maybe that might be something that has been necessary in order for you to get what you want out of life. I think this person feels like you come across as like very friendly and charming and fun, really fun to be around. You might be someone who likes to debate sometimes, but even when you do that, it comes across as like friendly. It's not like you're getting into arguments or shouting matches, but like you have a way where you can disagree with someone, but it can be still like a fun conversation. Yeah, so people just love having you around. I feel like you're a joy to be around. You brighten up a room. Whoops. Aw. Okay, yeah, frivolity. Yeah, you're just very fun. You make things more fun. I don't know what else to say. Like you bring a lot of happiness into the world. Oh my goodness. Okay, also falseness. Sometimes people feel like you might be a little bit fake nice. I don't think that this is like, I don't think that they feel like you're this way all the time, but there are moments when they feel like maybe you're not totally genuine. Overall, I feel like they do view you as a very happy, positive, fun person to be around. But sometimes you pretend to be nice when it's not really how you think or feel about someone. And I am getting with this butterfly that this person feels like maybe that's an area where you could grow a little bit, where you could develop. But overall, they have a very positive view of you, I feel like. King of Cups, yeah. This makes me think of traveling also, because I think this is from the movie Lost in Translation, where he traveled, I think it was to Japan. I've never actually watched the movie. But yeah, like you could be like a world traveler, someone who's interacted with cultures that are very different from your own. And you have a way with the King of Cups. I feel like you have a way. And also the Temperance card is related to Sagittarius, which is a sign that tends to be very curious about and interested in other cultures and nationalities. So I feel like you're someone who can interact with people from different cultures or geographies and get along with them very well. Six of Cups. Yeah, you might even be someone who's formed really close bonds or even had relationships with people that you've met during your travels, or just people who are from a different nationality from you. I feel like this person with the King of Cups and the Six of Cups, they view you just overall as a very loving, kind-hearted person. Someone who knows how to really form a close and loyal bond to someone overall. I mean, every now and then there's this sense of like falseness where they see a little bit of a different side of you. Maybe it's like with this kitten, you seem cute and cuddly, and then every now and then your claws come out, so they know that side of you as well. They know that it's not all sweetness and light, but they do see that the overall truth of you is the sweetness and light. Okay, foolish and sellout. So they they might view you as someone who's maybe made some foolish choices in your life, or with sellout, maybe you have taken jobs before that weren't really in alignment with your actual values or belief system, or maybe you have had a job that required you to be prim and proper and hide some aspect of who you really were. And I feel like this person, maybe they don't understand why you did that. Or like they don't understand why you weren't just your authentic self, but they do see that maybe it was because you had to do it in order to earn an income. Like maybe you had to come across as a professional in some way, or more like straight-laced than what you actually are. Okay, nutrition. So yeah, maybe you're someone who's like really healthy as well, or you're very focused on, eating with good nutrition, working out, that type of thing. Aw, so you are one of the most trustworthy people I know. So I know we got this before we got this falseness, but I mean, it's just, I feel like maybe the two of you are so close that they've just seen a certain side of you that not everybody else sees. Like I said, so they just have a little more of a well-rounded understanding of who you are, but they trust you very much. Wow, it's a privilege to have you as a teacher. So this person has really learned a lot from you. I get butterflies in my stomach when I know I'll see you soon. So I feel like this person gets happy, but also maybe a little bit nervous when they know that the two of you are going to be around each other, or there's going to be a visit between the two of you. I feel my sense with this is that they want to impress you. They're worried about if they're going to impress you or not when you're visiting together. With the nutrition card, I feel in particular like if you're visiting them in their home, they want to make sure they're able to feed you food that you'll like. They want to be a good host or hostess to you. I'm also getting with the foolish card, this person might also regret some of their actions regarding you, or like certain things that the two of you have experienced together. Maybe they feel like, well, I wish I could take that back, or I wish I could have done that differently. But yeah, overall, it's like a super positive view that they have of you. Let's see here. I'm just going to get some stickers. I feel like they think that you're very funny, clownfish. And then we have this birthday hat. Maybe the two of you have celebrated birthdays together and they have fond memories of that. What I'm also getting from that is that, again, they just have so many fun times. You've had so many wonderful celebrations, or they want to have celebrations with you. Again, there's something about maybe having parties. One of you likes to host parties and have the other one at the party. And then the shark. They do feel like you can be a bit self-interested at times. It goes back to that little kitten with the claws. Like, yeah, you have a smile and everything, but like this person knows that there's this side of you that is really a little bit just out for what you want. But I feel like they take it in stride, because it's like 90% of you is just this jolly, happy, funny, fun person who's a joy to be around. And then every now and then they see this side of you that, like I said, other people don't get to see. With this card, I feel like you have a very specific type. This person feels you like to date, or you're attracted to a very specific type of person. It could be something about the way the person looks, that you'll only date people who look this one certain way, or or some quality about them. Again, there's something about, some of you might be very attracted to people from other countries in particular. Maybe there's a specific country or culture or something like that that you're attracted to. That some quality where you're like, I know what my type is. You know, this person feels that you're that person who has a very specific type when it comes to romance. All right, now if this is someone and you want to know what their romantic feelings are for you, I'm going to pull out those cards right now. I just want to put the stickers away first because that'll be easier for me when I go to put all of these away. All right, so their romantic feelings. Calling in your soulmate. So they do feel like you are a soulmate. They feel like you've been brought together for a reason. You've been in my dreams, so they've had dreams of you. I wish I could take back the things I said. That goes back to the Foolish card. This person remembers certain behaviors or certain things they've said, and they really wish they could take those back. All right, we have Uranus in Pisces in the second house. Again, dreams here. They've had some sort of very interesting or maybe even unsettling, it could even be a disturbing dream about you. Stir up the situation by using your dreams patiently. Be open to new ideas about your idealization of what you want. I feel like one of the things this person is attracted to you about, or what they would find attractive to you, is that you have a very unique way of fulfilling your financial dreams. Invent a way to be a part of something overwhelming and get what you need. Yeah. Uranus and Pisces. I also like, maybe you have these sort of gut feelings about, these very strong gut feelings about how to make more money. And I feel like this person finds that to be very intriguing. Maybe you make your money in a very unusual way. And they're very attracted to that. With the second house as well, you could be an unusual type of beauty. Your physical body, your physical characteristics are beautiful, but it's like a type of beauty that is out of the box. It's an unexpected way of being attractive. It's not like you're attractive in like the typical beauty standard type of way. But you're very appealing. It's like shocking how appealing you are to people because it's not the typical type of beauty. All right, an unusual example of spirituality to ultimately experience your beliefs. So you may also have very unique spiritual or philosophical beliefs, a different way of looking at trusting your psychic knowledge of what you value. Yeah, so again, you have some sort of maybe trust or faith that your financial needs will always be met. And also, I feel like you just have a strong sense of values, just in general. That maybe your values are very different from the world. You know, what other people seem to prioritize, what the average person prioritizes, or what their main values, what other people are trying to obtain. Your approach is very different. You're not looking for the same things out of life that other people are. This person finds it very intriguing. An unexpected change resulting from the indecision of or about your resources. It just keeps, obviously these are the same cards, but yeah, you make very strange or unusual or different choices, and somehow it leads you to money in some way. This person is like, wow, that's that's very interesting. You follow your inner wisdom, like you're very in touch with those gut instincts. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. This person views you as very wise. Again, healthy choices that goes along with before. So this person with the nutrition card, So you definitely really prioritize something about taking care of your health. Maybe you have a lot of Virgo or 6th house placements as well. Affirmation for healing the heart. I feel like, when you're asking like what this person's romantic feelings are for you, I feel like they want to sit with you and put their arm around you and be so tender towards you. I feel like they find you to be so sweet. There is something burning here and here. I mean, this person, they might want to smoke marijuana with you or something, or smoke cigarettes, but it also could be like burning incense. I don't know. Maybe that won't be for everybody, but I did notice the smoke in both. But yeah, this person feels so sweet towards you. I feel like feel like you deserve the best. All right, so I'm going to also use tarot cards to see a little bit more here about their attraction to you. What's this person's level of romantic attraction to the viewer? What's their level of romantic attraction to the viewer of number 3? Okay. Well, we have the 5 of Swords, so I feel like there's probably been some sort of conflict between the two of you, and this person might worry whether or not the two of you can come back from that conflict that you've had. They want to, though, because we have the 10 of Cups. I feel like they just feel like maybe it's something here is ruined. They're not sure if the two of you can come back to a place of happiness. Yeah, I feel like they're really thinking that you might have just totally moved on. They do feel like you're their soulmate, but they feel like you have just probably, like, you're not even concerned with them anymore. They might even feel like you're already involved with someone else, or you just don't care about them. They also feel like you're really focused on getting your money. With the 2nd house that kept coming up, this person feels like you're just out here trying to get your money. You're focused on your success, your goals. You're not really, they feel like you're probably not too preoccupied with them. But I feel like they're admiring you. What would this person say to you? What would be their message to you? What's their message to you? I know that I hurt you, and you had to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. And it's not even just that I hurt you, but I feel like there are other people in your life who would probably not let me get anywhere close to you at this point. I feel like, your friends and family probably don't think very well of me. I feel that you had to walk away from me because I was so hurtful. You had no other choice. I can see that you couldn't see the way forward with me anymore, and I do recognize I really hurt you. I have, part of the reason why I hurt you is that I'm not very good at opening up with my emotions. And I know that this was wrong. This was a big part of what hurt you. And because I wasn't willing to be honest about my feelings, you left so that you could find happiness without me. Yeah, you said, sayonara, I'm not interested. I feel that I don't think that you have resentment towards me. I feel that if you ever had resentment towards me, my feeling is that you've gotten past it. Maybe you've forgiven me, or at the very least, you've just let go of it, and you're focusing on, improving your life. And I see that you have done a great deal with your life. You've gotten yourself into a real place of independence, and you've created just a wonderful life for yourself. I really admire that. I think that you had to work really hard to get where you are. And I was part of the burden at one point. I made it even harder for you because of the way that I treated you. And I will understand if you never want to have anything to do with me again. In fact, I pretty much assume that you don't. There's a part of me that wonders if maybe you do want to communicate with me again, but I'm not sure I'm ready for what you would have to say. Because I know that you would be very blunt and you would be very honest, and you have every right to tell me some really harsh truths that would, I feel, be very difficult to hear. I wish I could talk to you more about your passions, your travels, your vision for what you want out of life. I imagine us doing that sometimes. I imagine us being able to talk to each other about our hobbies, our interests, the things that make us feel most alive. I feel like if I ever had the opportunity to again, if I ever felt like you were really willing to let me back in, I would be more capable of telling you my emotions. I would be more willing to be vulnerable in that way and risk being hurt. Because I understand that you can't get to the type of happiness that someone like you offers unless you're willing to do that. And I wasn't willing to do that in the past. All right. So I'm going to get a fortune cookie just as a final message to you guys. And if you're on headphones, this could be a little bit loud when I open it. And I'm going to do a little bit of magic as well. Hold on just a moment. Okay, I had to add some more fuel to my incense here. All right, I'm going to magically imbue this fortune cookie with the exact message. The exact message. It will make absolute sense to you. What is this message? Okay. A wise man knows everything. A shrewd one, everybody. Yeah, so you might be like a very social person or a social networker. And I feel like your guides are saying this is a time when it would be better served to increase your wisdom rather than increasing your social circle. Although you might be tempted to try to increase your social circle, it would be better to just increase your wisdom. Dry cleaning. I don't know what that might mean. I kind of feel like it's saying like some situations can't withstand. Some situations need to be cleaned or need to be refreshed, but they may not be able to withstand a complete submersion. It's like sometimes you might need to refresh your life without maybe diving too deep into emotional waters, maybe. Something like that. So how do you bring back freshness to your life without getting too bogged down in your emotions? Or even maybe emotional connections or personal connections with this. In any case, I hope that made sense for you. And I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. to everyone who chose option number 4, this green cookie. So we're going to start out with the person that you have in mind. We'll start out by looking just generally what they think of you, and if this happens to be someone that you're also curious about their romantic feelings and why they're attracted, that will be in this next pile that we'll get into. We'll just start out with the general stuff. And something that I was getting intuitively before we started was, and it feels like it's being confirmed by these cards, is that this person views you as someone who knows that there are many ways of being wealthy, and that money is just one way of being wealthy. I feel like this person with the Two of Cups, they agree with you on that. They agree, they see the two of you as having the same priorities, you know, that love and how you treat people and taking care of other people. Like having a sense of community, I feel like. Having a sense of, when a community takes care of its members, there is so much wealth there. You know, even if there's not a lot, because the Page of Pentacles is the lowest court card in Pentacles, even if there's not a lot, it's sort of like, you know, that story of Jesus who had the one basket of fish and the one basket of bread loaves, but was able to feed the multitudes. There's something, this person sees this quality in you of, you know, when you care about people, even if you have very little, there's a way to make it enough for everyone. There's a sort of a beautiful approach to abundance. I feel like this person sees you also as very generous, a very good person to either be a friend to or to have a relationship with of any kind. You're always, I feel like they view you as someone who's always looking out for other people and always very empathetic, always trying to figure out like, well, is this person okay? Do they need my help? Okay, we have house and letter. Maybe this person wants to send you a letter, like to actually mail you a letter. There's something about where you live. Let's see, I'm not really sure what this is. Oh, I love you. This person definitely wants you to know that they love you. I feel like there's something about your home, or it could be like your where you come from. I love that I can truly be myself. Oh, this person feels very at home with you. They feel at home with you, and they love you for making them feel that way. They want you to know that. Oh my gosh, I have heard many people say good things about you, and I agree with them. Wow. It just keeps reinforcing. You know, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Star card. Like, you're that person whose your heart shines so big. It's like people can't deny how loving a person you are, because it's just so obvious, I feel like, in everything you do. You're always trying to make sure that other people's emotional needs are met, make sure their material needs are met. You care about I think speaking up when you see that maybe someone is in trouble, you're not afraid to speak up and say, hey, I'm not sure that's right. I don't think you should treat this person this way. Something like that as well. I also feel like with the Star cards, you could be someone who has some sort of talent that you're recognized for. But I feel like, with the Star card and the World card, you might be someone who's, you might have some sort of fame, particularly on the internet. The Star and the World can be like World Wide Web. But this person is viewing you someone who you don't have like a very strong ego attachment to it. You know, you might be have some sort of notoriety or be known for some sort of talent or something, but it doesn't come across to them as egotistical at all. It just feels like whatever you do is very loving. All right, let's see here. Okay, we get self-indulgent. They might view you, though, as someone who can, like, give in, like treat yourself a little bit. You're always wanting to treat other people, but you could also self-indulge a bit yourself, like, like it could be shopping or eating or whatever. You're like, well, if I want to eat this chocolate cake, I'm going to eat this chocolate cake. If I want to buy, these shoes, I'm going to buy these shoes, whatever it happens to be for you. Secondary. Interesting. It's kind of a similar image to the star card. I feel like, yes, you are self-indulgent in some ways, but it's almost like you do that in a way where it's like you're putting yourself last. Because this self-indulgence could be like a way of making up for a lack of good self-care. You're always loving everyone else, and then the way that you love yourself might be to treat yourself with things that are self-indulgent and not necessarily healthy. But I feel like overall this person feels like you're definitely on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Again, it's just like I feel almost like a very angelic energy with you. Or, this is how this person is seeing you. Now let's get some sticker oracle as well. How do they view you? I've got my eyes closed. I'm just kind of feeling. Okay. So this mermaid, to me, it feels like she's dancing or something. So they might view you as someone who likes to dance or do some sort of rhythmic movement. Self-love. Okay, they do view you as someone who has self-love, but maybe it's like your self-love is still secondary to the love that you extend to other people. Okay, we have this satellite. I feel like you're someone who really has an ability to really zoom out and see the overall picture of things. Like you have a very expanded view of things. You can take the aerial view and really see, like, again, with the star and the world card, like you're able to kind of see like the overall picture of things, how everything works together. We have the monster. I mean, you're very unusual. Perhaps you're an unusual person in some way. You could even be someone who kind of has a temper, but it's like you're a cuddly monster. You're a pink monster. Interesting. And then pizza. Yeah, again with self-indulgent, I feel like this person is aware that maybe you like junk food or you have a tendency to not necessarily, eat the healthiest foods. Let me get a clarifier for monster. What is monster? Six of Wands. Well, sometimes you could have sort of an ego, but it also could be you're able to see other people's egos very clearly, and you're, with the monster card, maybe you're not afraid to call that out. But also you yourself. It's weird because I was feeling like they view you as someone who does not have a strong ego. I think it's like sometimes you can be very judgmental of other people, and that's how your own ego surfaces. You're not overall a very egotistical person, but like when you call other people out and you're like, wow, you're wrong. Your manner of calling out other people, it could be a little bit like cancel culture type of energy where like you have these high standards or these high values and you won't put up with people not behaving the right way. But they're feeling like sometimes the way you do it, we have all this pink energy, so that's loving to me. They still view you overall as an extremely loving person, but you're not afraid to be the monster in the sense of like calling out people's shit. You'll call it how you see it. And again, here it's like with the satellite and with this woman, she's up on the balcony. You have a very clear view. Like when you discern wrongness or egotistical or bad motives in someone, it more than likely it is correct, but your manner of calling it out can be very forceful. So that's what I'm getting. All right, now we're going to look if this is someone who you've had, who you want to know what their specifically their romantic feelings are. I'm just going to clear away the stickers because those will be, I don't want to get them caught up in all the other cards. But then we'll use these cards to see specifically what their romantic feelings and attraction are for you, how they view the situation with you. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So again, with self-indulgent, maybe they feel that you have some sort of addictive or self-destructive tendencies. They could also feel that that could make it difficult for you all to have a healthy relationship. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. So this is a message from them to you. Again, lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. Yeah, so there could also be a codependent issue here where they don't feel free to be completely honest with you. Maybe they're not sure that you would be able to accept the whole truth in some ways. Let's see, we have Saturn in Cancer in the 9th house. Yeah, so we already had that message of this person feels very at home with you. And I feel like this is, even if the two of you come from very different backgrounds, they still feel at home with you. It says, be realistic about your feelings, as if it or they came from all there is. This person has serious feelings for you, but I feel like they're almost like confused by their feelings for you a little bit. Be concerned about attitudes from the past, about the philosophies and laws involved. I feel like this person is not sure if it's very realistic, if being with you is very realistic, although they do have those serious feelings. You must wait before you can use your intuition and do it in a big way. Yeah, this person's intuition is telling them that if this is going to work, they do want to express themselves in a big way, but they don't necessarily feel like this is the right timing for that. Or, there are other issues here that need to be healed. The maturity that brings intuition to protect spiritual values. I feel like this is a connection that requires a lot of maturity on both parts, but especially this person is like, wow, I've never been so challenged by a romantic connection before. I feel like there is some sort of difference in values or difference in belief systems. And that's, although they feel very at home and very relaxed, there's this feeling of we're sort of meant to have this emotional intimacy together, but at the same time, how's that going to work? Because our view of things is so different. Our belief systems are so different. Caution regarding attitudes from the past about long-range thinking or travel. There also could be a lot of physical distance. Maybe you live in different parts of the world. Limits imposed resulting from the history of what is to be shared. I feel like there's something that's, this person feels that there's something that's going to be brought to light you know, something that they weren't truthful about in the past, but now it's going to be brought to light. And it's sort of like they know that they have to be honest about something in order for it to work with you. But at the same time, that honesty in and of itself will be another hurdle, because they're like, I don't know if you're going to still be interested in me, if you're going to be willing to be involved with me, if you know this truth. But they feel like it has to be shared, you know. It's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know, like you can't build a relationship with someone if there's not honesty, but at the same time, the honesty that they have to share with you is something they're not sure, you know, is this something you're going to be willing to stick around for if you know what this is? Trust your vibes. I feel like whatever your sense is of this person, regardless of what this truth is that they are wanting to reveal, I think you already have, your intuition is already telling you what kind of person this is and whether or not they're right for you. So trust that. We have air magic. I feel that this person will try to find the best possible way to communicate with you, whatever this truth is. They're going to find the best possible words. And then just when they do communicate this with you, trust your intuition. You know, you already know who this person is. This might shed some fresh light on things. So be kind of open-minded is the message that I'm getting. It might create some sort of major ending between the two of you, or just some ending in your life that leads to a new beginning with them. It's like once, third eye, once you know this truth, it's going to change everything. So whether you continue to be involved with each other or if you choose to move on, it's like this will be forever changed. You will be forever changed by some sort of truth that they're going to be revealing. So I know this sounds very ominous, but I feel like with this trust your vibes, it's not something horrible. It's just, it's going to really give you some tremendous clarity, and nothing will ever be the same, but it's not horrible, right? So give me just one moment. I'm going to get a fortune cookie out. Actually, before we do that, we'll get, let's use tarot as well to get a little bit more message about their level of attraction to you and a message from them to you. They really wanted to jump the gun on the message, though, because they wanted you so strongly to know that that they love you. Okay, what's their level of attraction to you? Ooh, the Three of Wands. They find you intoxicating is what I feel like. Very sexy. Someone who is really blossoming. They're very, very physically turned on by you, but it's more than that. They just feel, again, like you're like glowing up, or you're transforming in the best possible way. It's like Kundalini rising, or like a lotus unfolding. They're just seeing, I feel like they're seeing new sides of you all the time. It's like you're showing them more and more and more of who you are. Maybe you yourself are discovering greater aspects of yourself, but they're seeing it as well. They're very intrigued. It's like it takes their breath away. I feel like they're falling in love with you, but it's like these are serious feelings. It's not an easy sort of a lighthearted falling in love. But yeah, they feel that they're very attracted to you, but they feel like there's so much that would have to be overcome in order for this to work out. Okay, so what's their message to you? I really love you. I love you. I'm so attracted to you. I have such strong desire for you from my heart and just overall, you know. I feel very drawn to you. I think about you a lot, and it's very overwhelming to me. I feel stuck. You know, I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop feeling about you. I want to just go after this connection with you. I want to pursue this, but there are limits, there are obstacles, and that drives me crazy. You know, I can't figure it out mentally. I don't know. There's so much in the way of this working, and I feel like you're not worried about it. I'm very worried about it, and I think that you're not. You're just shining your light into the world. You're being this beautiful presence, loving presence in the world. Everyone's looking at you. I feel like everyone desires you. Everyone's eyes are on you. It's like the world is your stage, and you're not even concerned about the audience. I don't think that you're concerned about me, but you're just living your life out there, and you don't even realize the effect you're having on me, the effect that you're having on everyone. As far as I can see, you're having this effect on everyone. I hope that we can get closer. I hope that I can figure this out, and that you'll still be available when I do, because I know that you are a catch, and there are a lot of people who want to catch you. All right, so now we'll get to your final fortune cookie message. If you're watching headphones, this could be a little bit loud. Hold on just a moment. All right, I reignited my incense here a little bit. We're going to do some magic with our fortune cookie. I'm going to pass it through the smoke. And we want a distinct, clear message for the viewer. Exactly what will make the most sense to them and be most helpful to them. I feel like there's something about money as well. It's about something about blessings of money. Maybe we'll see. Oh, a mile walked with a friend contains only 100 steps. You know, this person that you're asking about, they feel that the two of you have a shared journey, which would make the journey becomes easier for both of you. Could be something about making it financially easier as well, because I was feeling that, but they, I think above all, you know, they want this spirit of like companionship or friendship. They want to make your journey easier. They know that you would make theirs easier, but they want that to be for you as well. The message on the back is sugar. Yeah, it could be a little bit of like sugar daddy, sugar mommy energy. Like this could be someone who wants to sweeten your life a little bit in a financial sense. But in any case, I do feel like they want to make your own journey a bit easier, because they feel that, again, like being with you makes their life easier in some sense as well. So they'd like to share that with you somehow. And they feel that you do have some sort of shared journey. They feel drawn to be walking alongside of you in some sense. All right. So I really hope that that helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.